Miami has it all. The greatest football team.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Looking to throw. McMillan. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. A pass complete to Odunze. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Ryan Stonehouse to punt. And he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ready? On 4th down, Grant. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Steelers, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down.
Back to throw. Grant. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
There's a quick throw to Freiermuth. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets right down on that one.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
60 Maverick. Go street. 60 Bobcat. Cup 19. Ready, right?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
19, Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. McMillan. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cup.
Operating from the gun, Grant. That's caught by Tucker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Get some space. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
At the 36-yard line.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Off play action. Grant. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
19 light. Ready. 19 and 6.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down,
Rig.
Steelers.
Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
Back to throw again. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Torrey Horton, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
Dolphins 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Cougar 19. Go.
2nd and 5. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun on third down, McMillan. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steelers take over first down jam at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Here's 2nd and 10.
18, tied in, Panther 60, Panther 60. Hurt. 19. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Grant. He finds it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, Achane. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Hawk 70.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
70 Lions.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Physically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McMillan. Well, he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go. Start. Cougar 19.
Off-play action. Grant. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
On third down, Johnson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 10.
Cougar 19. Take go.
Again, it's Achane. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. McMillan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. We should mention, to go on with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Get it. Cougars, Buffalo 18.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now showing on the clock.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
19 Cardinal, 8 Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
A final shot before break. McMillan. Touchdown! A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they start the second half with Johnson. And we'll get this to the 32.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Grant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Okay, break. Ready?
Off the play fake. Grant. A quick throw there is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Come on, come on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down.
Ready? Ready.
First and 10.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd and 6.
19 Tiger, not Buffalo 18. Ready,
Off play action. Grant. Catch is made by Metcalf. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Steelers, first and goal at the 3-yard line.
Panther, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Now that, Panther 60, 70 left.
Johnson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the
Hawk
2-point
70, Hawk
conversion.
7, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go, here we go.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Steelers 16. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60, Trap 60. Let's go.
Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Let's go.
And they'll give this to Achane. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This is how offense coordinators earn their money. He throws ahead of the curve after 1st down.
Got 7 yards 1st down play, but then you get stuffed there on 2nd down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Come 19. Ready? Mustang 19.
Back to throw. McMillan. That is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Ready up.
They go to Johnson again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Off the play fake. Grant. He's got his open man. That's Freiermuth. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
A gain of 19 yards.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Off play action. Grant. And he's got it. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Well, this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
A give, running right, Achane. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 5. Achane here, they stay on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Running left, Achane. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.